just a bit of an off-topic thing. I received a message from my younger associate in my workplace who asked me about, well, same questions, love questions. Well, at first I thought that it was her own story, but it turns out to be the story of someone else. And she said it's like this, the person is a girl who fell in love, well, deeply, she said, with a person, and they became lovers and they stayed for a while. But then, after some time, they separated because of a third party. And of course, not to be surprised with, the erring party is of the male persuasion. Why is it always like that, huh? It's always us boys or men who's always cheating in relationships. I think we should tackle that more, right? But anyway, so the question was, how do I unlove a person? Well, apparently that the guy maybe realized that he made a mistake. I don't know if that is true, or he split. He splitted with his new girlfriend, and then now he's trying to come back to the girl. And the girl, although the girl loves the boy or the man, she's trying to let her mind, her brains win in the struggle. So the question is, how do I unlove this person whom I love the most? Okay, so here's my answer. I know that's a very long intro, but here's my answer. For me, the fact that you are still saying, I'm talking to the girl here, the fact that you are still saying, how do I unlove a person whom I love the most? In one sentence, you have mentioned the word love 2 times. And you cannot associate that to a person without feeling, a nonsense feeling or something like that. It just seems to me, that though your mind is trying to reconcile with reality, the mind is afraid, this and that, maybe it's a wrong thing, this guy hurt me and all that, once a cheater, always a cheater, so those things will come into view, right? But deep inside, there's always that thing that tells you, or the thumpy, within your soul or heart or whatever that is, telling you, what if he changed, right? What if this is, love the sweeter love, the love that is sweeter the second time around? What if it's like that? Why don't I give this person a second chance? What if this is a time for me to consider a second chance? Because if you will not talk to the person, or simply let him go without talking to him, you will not realize whether he's serious or not, right? And then you will see him, and tell me if I won't be correct in this. And then you will see him 2 or 3 weeks after with another girlfriend, maybe a new girlfriend, or maybe he will come back to the last girlfriend. And then you will tell yourself, hey, what if I said yes? let's come back together. Would he be faithful? If this is a new girlfriend, oh, hey, if I said yes, would it matter? I mean, will I be the person she's holding now, or will still be this person? And then, you cannot resolve these things in your mind. You will feel hurt, you will feel doubtful, you will feel curious, you will feel angry again, and then you'll blame the guy again. Of course, the guys, us will say, hey, why is it like that for you girls? We were, going towards you or telling you, let's come back together and all that. And then you said no. And then I find another one. And then you'll feel hatred towards me. But you said no already. But then the girl will say, well, the reason why we said no is not really no. We want you to prove yourself to us. And then the guy said, I don't have eternity to do that. My life is too short. I could die of COVID-19 in a matter of weeks or whatever, right? So, this tug of war always happens. What if this? What if that? The best thing to do is to settle the score once and for all with this guy and you. Without judging, without assuming, without expecting anything. Just settle the score. Ask him, what is it that you want? And then try to talk to him about. It's like a job interview or something. If I say yes to you, what are your plans? I mean, what is it that we will be doing, different now? Again, without expectation, because you cannot talk to this guy expecting that he has changed. Don't do that, especially if the affair, remember he went to the other girl and then he had this affair. I don't know how long the affair was, if it's just weeks maybe, but if it's like a year or two, and it comes back to you, in a matter of 1 day, 2 days, 3 months, whatever, you have to assess, is this guy coming back to me in order to fill the in-between moments of like sadness or feeling whatever, desolate and all that, feeling of desolation that nobody loves me, etc. Some guys do that, go to girls, tell them promises of forever, the girl believes, and then the boy just runs off and actually he's just resolving something in his heart, and then he comes back to reality. Hey, I don't really love this person, I'm just sad. So he will invent things, he will do things that he does not really do all the time, just for you to hate him. And then he will date other girls, he will leave his phone so that you will see it. And then when you see texts from his phone, you would be mad, and then you will break up again. There are guys like that. So without you judging, without you expecting, without you assuming, call the shots this time and ask him, what is it that you want? What am I in your life right now? How do you consider me? I don't know, how do you feel about me? I mean, really. And what is this feeling that drives you to come to me? Sometimes, and again, this you do without expecting, without so much passion. It's like your mind is talking to his mind, so that his heart will not just go on promising love stories and eternities to a lot of girls, especially you. Talk to him like you would talk to your heart, but talk to your heart first. Whatever this guy says, don't believe it immediately. Take it with a grain of salt. This guy, maybe he learned something from this other relationship, maybe he did not. Maybe he was hurt, maybe he was also cheated, I don't know. But don't just be a person who's going to be like a loose ball rebound or something. I mean, don't do that. But don't also say no just for the sake of saying no. Because sometimes, as I said, love may be sweeter the second time around. Maybe he changed. Maybe this second chance is really the one that would, go on forever. But without you settling the score right then and there, without assuming, without expecting, without, expecting or clinging to whatever must be. That for me is one of the most cruel words in the dictionary. The word must. This should not have happened to me. I must be treated this way. I must be loved. She must say truth. She must say only the truths. She must be honest. I must not be treated this way. So, you don't own the lives, the emotions of other people. Sometimes they say yes, but they actually mean no. So you have to settle the score with him, face to face, talk to him. I don't know, do the physical distancing and all that, but talk to him. And ask him, what is it that you plan to do? We are not young anymore. We are already getting older. Life, in a flick of a hand, can just evaporate, can just end. So, every step that you must do, you must take, must be certain steps. You do not just do things whimsically, just like a young kid or, just like a toddler. No, you have your own life ahead of you. Don't decide out of a whim or out of your own feeling of hatred, of being hurt, of being at pain. People become at pain, and they decide, wantonly. They go wherever just to be able to take out that pain within them. Sometimes people go to alcohols or drugs or prostitution or whatever just because they feel hurt. Some people go back to their former loves and just to invent love stories again in their mind because they don't want to feel alone and they don't want to feel the hurt within them. So know that and try to settle again. I'm always saying settling the score. Settle the score with this guy. But before you do that, you settle the score within your heart. I'm not saying go back to him. I'm not saying don't go back to him. Going back to him or not going back to him should be a matter of decision. Not of a little girl, not of a little high schooly girl or whatever. Not as a young person who's just trying to be loved and be in love. So they invent stories in their mind. No, treat it like a decision of an adult. Because you may say to your heart, and then you may say to the other person, please, if you are not serious enough with this relationship, please go away. Because I'm so tired of doing, like practice relationships or relationships for education. I'm not young anymore and I want this to be my last relationship. So if you're not that serious, if you're treating me as a second rebound, because you threw me away like a piece of whatever potato. She was the rebound and now I'll be the rebound. So, that aside, clear that. I cannot love just because I'm pitying you. I cannot love you just because of some old feelings that I feel. I must love responsibly because I know that life is short and any moment it might be gone. So that's all that I need to say to you. And and I hope you learned something from that. I don't, because I've experienced all of this repeatedly all throughout my life, and it's just so you know amazing to be able to give advice to young people, because when I was at this point in my life, several times in my past, no one was there. No one. I could not ask anybody. So that is why I made a lot of bad decisions in my life. But please don't do that with yours. Study, and don't let your heart win just for the sake of following, what the whims of the heart is. But always balance mind and heart, and always put everything that you are grappling with within you to the light. That is why you have to talk to the guy and be square with him. What is it that you want to do? What are your plans? On what am I in your life right now? That's it. Thank you.